to get things on the cheap and fix them. And so I went to a bunch of flea markets and dissected tons of old junky guitars and mandolins and whatnot, to the point where I was doing it all right. And then we moved here from Providence, and I needed work, so I started doing it professionally, because I had been doing it for some friends beforehand. So, and that's how I got into it. Yeah, pretty much entirely vintage. 20s, 30s, sometimes late teens. A lot of Hawaiians, oddball Hawaiians, kumeles, stuff like that. I'm really into the US-made, offshoots. The 20s Oscar Schmidts, the old Harmony ones, funky things that had 1,000 different brands and lots of weird styling. They always end up more fun. Those and some old Martins, fancy old Martin concert from the 30s. And stuff like that. But ukes, they're a budget instrument generally, so most of the ones I work on are, a few $100 under, with a few higher. I see a lot of banjo ukes here that I buy and resell. Sometimes I see like the fancy banjo ukes coming my way specifically for repair, but mostly they're a bunch that I buy in sad state and fix up. And they're super hot right now. When I have them, I can't, get rid of them fast enough. And that's just because, the new ones just, in general, aren't that great unless you're willing to dish out a lot of money. And then you get some really, really good ones. Most of the fancy ones you see are going to be Langs. And once in a while you see Waymans. And but most of the fancy ones were Langs built under a different name, right? And you see a lot of those. Some of the coolest ones I've worked on have been the Lion and Healy ones, which are actually concert or tenor scale. And those things sound fantastic, but they're rare as hen's teeth. The vast majority of them are small rimmed little things made by Harmony, Regal, Gretsch, and they sound alright, and they're plenty practical. But then you get into slightly larger rims, like on this guy. This is another Oscar Schmidt, actually, and they start sounding really full and big. And I just sold a couple of Stromberg Wozzenet, K Company resonator banjo ukes to a guy in Boston, and he's really, really enjoying them. And those are a really good deal right now still. The other resonator banjo ukes, if you're looking for that Formby sound, are really getting overpriced. I mean, they're worth it, but it's also hard to pay that kind of price if you're playing. That's what a banjo uke should sound like.